Good morning, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to Enu Cultural Forum. If today is your first time of coming across any of our videos, please subscribe to our channel and use the notification bell so that when we put out our beautiful videos, you'll be among the first set of people to see it. Today, we are going to be looking at Igbo cultural icons that I rarely talked about. Some of our unsung heroes of Igbo unification movements that we rarely hear about. Today, we'll be looking at the personality of late Chief Ambassador Ralph Waichwe, a former president of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Interestingly, he is from Delta State. You know, people who do not have idea, who do not know much about history, tend to tell you that Igbos from Delta State are not truly Igbos. But today, with this singular example of examining the history and biography of our brother, late Ambassador Ralph Waichwe, you will agree with me that Igbos from Delta State are identifying or have been identifying from time immemorial as Igbo people. Today, let's look at Ambassador Ralph Waichwe's biography. Late Chief Ambassador Raphael Chukwu Uwechwe was born in Ogwashukwu, Delta State, on the 13th of May 1935. He was a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a diplomat and publisher. He was once the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, the apex socio-cultural organization of Igbo people in Nigeria. Uwechwe had his secondary school education at St. John's College, Kaduna, between 1949 and 1954. Then he proceeded to the prestigious University of Ibadan, where he graduated in 1960 with a degree in history. In 1964, he obtained a diploma in international law from the Graduate Institute of International Studies in Geneva, Switzerland. He enrolled for a doctoral degree in political science at the École Pratique des Hautes Études and studied from 1970 to 1973. Armed with this rich knowledge of history, political science, and international law, he initiated the moves to unite Igbos all over the world, especially those residing in the continent of Africa. Ambassador Waichwe joined Nigeria's Foreign Service upon its inception in 1960 and served in countries like Cameroon, Pakistan, and Mali. In 1966, he outspread the Nigerian embassy in Paris and its first envoy. Then, between 1967 and 1970, while the Nigerian Civil War lasted, he acted as Biafra's representative in Paris. He would then be made ambassador to Liberia and to United Nations mission in Côte d'Ivoire. After leaving the Foreign Service in 1970, Waichwe became a publisher of books and magazines on Africa's rich historical heritage. He published the famous No Africa books, a 3-volume encyclopedia constituting Africa Today, Africa Who is Who, and Makers of Modern Africa. He also founded the now defunct Africa Today magazine. Chief Waichwe was also United Nations Education, Science and Cultural Organization UNESCO consultant on General History of Africa project in Paris between 1967 and 1970. Ambassador Waichwe was a lecturer at the Royal College of Defence Studies, London, for a decade. In recognition of his meritorious service to Black and Pan-African people worldwide, Ambassador Waichwe was awarded an honorary membership of the American Conference of Black Mayors in 1982. He was a promoter of culture and tradition, and in his hometown of Ogwashukwu, he held the traditional titles of Oguluzami of Ogwashukwu Kingdom and Ochudo of Asaba. In 1993, he was appointed the Minister of Health under President Shehu Shagari. In 1999, as Nigeria returned to democratic government, Ambassador Uwechor was announced as the Special Presidential Envoy on Conflict Resolution in Africa to former President Olusegun Obasanjo. In that position, Ambassador Uwechor played an important role in the peaceful resolution of the civil war at Sierra Leone. Later in the year 2000, he was made Special Representative of Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS) in Cote d'Ivoire during the political crisis that engulfed that country. In 2001, Uwechor was awarded a national award as an officer of the Order of the Federal Republic (OFR). Ambassador Uwechor died on 13th of March 2014 at the National Hospital in Abuja at the age of 79 years. In 2022, a prominent road in Asaba was renamed after him by the then government of Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Ato-Okowa. This is the towering biography of Ambassador Ralph Chukwu Uwechor, a man who hailed from Ogwashuku, who was also the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. You also heard from this biography that he led the pan-unification of Igbos in Africa, not just in Nigeria. So when people like us who are young Igbo people from Delta State are clamoring for the unification of Igbo people, it is not because we are not vast in history. It is not because we are trying to identify with what our parents did not identify with. It is because we know history, and history tells us that we are not any less Igbo. I want to encourage you, if you are an Igbo person, whether in River State, Delta State, Bayelsa State, Kogi State, even those who are outside Nigeria, anywhere you see yourself as an Igbo person, identify as an Igbo person. Unite with your fellow Igbos. Maka na Igwe bụ ike, azụ bụ ike, ụbaka, ọkpụkpụchie na-ekpu ufu, atụgbu ewe. Igwe bụ ike, Igwe bụ ike, Chukwu bụ ike anyị, mana Igwe bụkwa ike. Daalụnụ, ụmụ Igbo niile. Please, if this is your first time of coming across our channel, please kindly subscribe and share our content to your audience. Also invite as many Igbo people as you know that can join us to make this platform very lively. Thank you, and do have a very wonderful day.
Eh.